Hey guys, Bryan here from Liquid Concept. So today let's talk a little bit about spraying the activator. So we done a video a long time ago about spraying the activator, and of course we thought we'd update it and show you guys a few new tricks, a few new tips, things like that to hopefully get your activator dialed in, because of course if you haven't already noticed that the activator is one of the key components that makes or breaks the dip whenever you are going through the film itself. So if you have too little, of course it's not gonna stick. If you have too much, it could run off and smear. So getting that activator dialed in is going to be really critical whenever you're trying to do anything with the hydrographic process. So let's go ahead, show you a few tricks and tips, and let's get started. So a couple of things to definitely remember. Whenever you're spraying your activator, you do not want to paint like some of the old school painters back in the day where they would come in and they would just arc something like this. And so of course doing it like this on the water, it's not going to get a consistent result. So if you're standing here looking at this and you're coming down like that and then back up and then down and back up like that, you definitely want to try to make sure that you're keeping it as straight as possible going all the way across the water. Now again, I know this is a lot more pronounced and nobody really probably paints like that, but it is something to definitely keep in mind, because if you're spraying your activator like this, but you're still coming upwards like this whenever you're ending or starting, that's going to give you a bigger difference in how that activator is applied from one side to the other. So you always want to try to make sure that you remember to pretty much paint like a robot, and that's going to give you a lot better consistency all the way around. So let's go ahead and show you what that looks like if you're inconsistent in spraying like this right here. So one thing that you want to definitely notice is we've got a lot more of the hazy look right around in these areas where I'm on the edges right in here, compared to down in the middle. We're looking a lot better compared to over in here. We've got a lot more haze. And so of course if we was to dip this area over here and this area over here is not going to wrap and pull together the exact same as what it is over here in the middle. And so definitely keeping the activator gun consistent all the way across the entire film is definitely going to be key. So another thing to keep in mind is the height above the water is going to be very, very critical whenever you're spraying any of the activator. Now again, this is going to be mainly for our activator. I don't know how other companies recommend spraying their activators, but with our activator, you want to be at about 6 to 8 inches above the water. And so what that's going to do is it's going to allow the activator to get more onto the film and less up in the overspray. And so whenever you're spraying the activator itself, of course, as we were saying before, you want to make sure that as you're spraying, you want to be completely straight all the way across, just like this. And then also you want to be a little bit lower, which means that your PSI is going to be a lot lower as well. Most of the time you're going to be running at about 8 to 12 PSI, which is a lot lower for a normal gun, but to get it to where you're about 6 to 8 inches above that water level, that's where you need to be. So let's take a look at this. So this is going to be correctly activated. So we're going to go down to about right here. You'll notice we've got just a little bit of rippling down in the water right here, which is exactly what we want. And then we'll just give it a nice smooth pass, and then one more pass just like that. And as you can tell, we've got everything all nice and glassed out. Everything's going to look great. This would be a perfect dip on what we need. Okay, so we've got another piece of film here on the water. Now let's talk about the height a little bit more. So of course, same ballpark size film, everything's the exact same on the settings themselves on the gun. But the only difference is that we're going to raise the height above the water, which is going to dramatically affect how much material that we are spraying. And so what we're going to do here is we're going to show a side-by-side video of showing how much material we're actually spraying with this right here, and it still won't be enough compared to how much less material we sprayed going down here, and it is the exact perfect amount for the film itself. So let's go ahead, grab this and get started. So The activator, of course, is normally going to be right here. We're going to bring it up about another 6 to 12 inches or so, and we are going to just shower this thing all the way around, just like so. Now, as you can definitely tell, there was probably 10 to 15 different passes on that. And the other thing to notice is that whenever we go and we look at the film itself, we can see that everything is still very hazy. It is not fully glassed out. And of course, another way to check that is that we can take the glove test like this right here and go down with it. And what you'll notice is that it will start to wrinkle as we're going down, as well as it's breaking apart. And so you see how it's breaking apart right there in that film itself. And we can see that right in here, as well as all the way around in here. And so even though we're going down into the water, it was close, but it was definitely not enough. Still, because we didn't even get full coverage wrapping all the way around here, and we have very pixelated, if you will, images going all the way down through here. We don't have a really nice stretch going down. This right here is looking really bad. We're starting to get a little bit of ripping, and of course you can see the blotchiness of the pattern itself. And even looking at this pattern in general, you can see how all of this looks after the dip. So again, we sprayed 10 to 15 times more than what we actually needed, but we're still not fully activated. So if you want to spend more money on the activator, definitely spray it higher. But if you want to get it dialed in and hit just right, you definitely want to try to move that down so that way you can get a lot better activation with a lot less activator. So of course, another little tip and trick is going to be keeping the gun perpendicular to the water. Now, you've probably seen me spray 100 times on other videos, but this is definitely a key component whenever you're spraying the activator to make sure that everything is activated correctly. And so by doing that, what you want to do is you want to make sure that the gun is perpendicular or 90 degrees to the actual water surface itself. And so a quick little demonstration on that is going to be just watching the air as it hits the water, because we can see the ripples and how that air is hitting it, which would in turn be how the activator is coming out of the gun and laying onto our film. So let's take this and spray it like normal. So if we were spraying it like normal, we would want the gun, this head right here, to be at a 90-degree angle into the water itself. Now, as you can see, whenever we pull the air back, we have an equal amount of rippling in the water itself. So from here to here is pretty equal. And that's pretty much what we want, is we want that nice, smooth, even fan across the entire thing. But let's say that we're kicked this way, right? So we're not at a 90-degree angle now. So now let's watch and see what happens with the air. You can clearly see we have more rippling right in here, and we have almost no rippling way over here. It's just more of just maybe an overspray. And so what you're going to find is that you're going to get more concentrated amounts of activator just right in this area, right in here. And then as you're spraying it, you don't get a good even coverage from side to side. So always want to make sure that whenever you're spraying, you try to keep that gun as perpendicular to the water as much as possible. So that way, whenever you're spraying, you get that nice even coverage from one side to the other, and not like this right here where it's more concentrated like this and it's just more of an overspray. So hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, definitely leave them below. We'd love to hear from you on anything hydrographics related, as well as also let me know if we've maybe missed anything or something that you'd like to add that really helped you out on getting your activator gun set up. We'd always love to hear about it. Also, if you haven't already, definitely hit the subscribe button. We'd love to have you subscribe to our weekly tips on anything hydrographics related. If you haven't already, definitely check out the website. It has all the information that you need as far as tips, training, as well as products that you can use for anything in the hydrographics industry, from film to activator, paints, and of course equipment as well. It's all there on the website, so definitely check the link in the description for that as well. I'm Bryan from Liquid Concepts, and this is how we customize your world. We'll see you guys next time.